Let's get it, man. Let's go. Welcome back. Chuck's Daily Hustle. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Follow me on all the social media platforms. I got the links in the description below. And most definitely smash that notification bell, man. That way you can stay up to date with what I have going on, man. So today, I know you read the thumbnail already, man. So today I'm gonna tell you guys how to start flipping cars, man, without a car dealer's license or a car lot. I'm driving a little bit, man. So I decided that I wanted to make time for you guys and you know, get you guys something different, man. You guys know that I always do the auction walk around videos. Sometimes I do the car reviews, and I do the vlog, man, the daily vlog. At least I try to do a daily vlog. But today, man, I'm gonna do a how-to video, man, and I'm make it a little bit more personable. You guys know the how-to videos, I usually kind of write it down, then give it to you. But today, man, you're gonna have to learn from me, man, my personal experience, man. So, how to flip cars without a car dealer's license or a car lot or access to it, a car dealer's license or any of the sort. All right. So, it's real simple, man. Let's start off with like this. So 10 years ago, man, that's when I began my my car journey. Okay. My dad, my biological dad, man, I like officially met him, man, when I got to know him when I was about 18 years old. And at that time, him and my two brothers, they were already flipping cars. Okay. So how I ended up actually getting close to them all, because I wasn't raised with with my dad's kids, or my dad, how I ended up getting close was by cars, man. I always loved cars, man. I used to, when I was in high school, man, I used to go skip lunch, and I would go up to the library, and I would look at Dodge Chargers, like, faithfully. And I'm talking about every single day, guys. Like, I am not joking with you, man. I was looking at the specs and everything. So at that time, man, it was just a 5.7 liter RT. It was the best that you can get on a Dodge Charger, man. So, and I was just infatuated with it, man. So anyways, when I hit 19, man, I ended up needing to buy a car. And I couldn't find any good deals out there. So my dad, he didn't have anything that I wanted in stock. My brothers didn't have anything that I wanted in stock. And I ended up going, my dad and my two brothers, and my brother Twan, we all went out to, I think maybe Woodbury it was. We went out to Woodbury, Minnesota, man, and we found me a Buick LeSabre. I'm talking about, this thing was so clean, man. So it was like a 2003, it was about a 2005 Buick LeSabre. It had the cloth interior, about 200,000 miles, but man, that thing was mint clean, man. We bought it from an old guy. I paid about $1,200 for it, man, and that thing ran forever up until I did a transmission flush at Jiffy Lube, and I should have never done that. But anyways, man, back to the story. So when that happened, man, I eventually ended up, like I said, just bonding, over the course of time with my dad and my two brothers. I really stuck close to my two brothers over my dad just because we related more. And they, I was working at the time. I think at the time I was a CNA. Yep, me, Chuck, used to be a CNA, a certified nursing assistant, y'all. So I, at the time I was working, doing that, man. And I ended up talking to my brothers, and I was just like, I want to make more money. I just want to make, more money, and I want to be an entrepreneur, because it's always been in my spirit, forever, And so my brothers, they ended up saying, hey, let's flip some cars together. You got some money, why not? So we ended up buying some cars, man. The first car that I ever flipped was a 2003 Chrysler 300M. All right, I bought that joint. It was red, man. It had a black bra on it. It was beautiful, man. We went out there. It was so nice, clean. It was better than my my Buick LeSabre at the time. And I was like, I want to keep it. But I was like, no, man, this is a flip. And on that flip, man, I believe that we made about $2 grand on that flip, y'all. And and how I did that was, me and my brothers, we went out and we went on Craigslist. At that time, it was only Craigslist, okay? And so we went on Craigslist and we found a ad. We looked at the car, we looked at the descriptions. We called the seller. We called the seller and we asked him the questions. You know, I listened because I was learning. So, you know, the questions were just basic. Anything wrong with it? Anything we need to know about? Why is that bra on the front of that car? You know what I mean? Oh, the bumper smashed up a little bit. Literally, that's the only thing that's wrong with it. We got into a little fender bender, we put the bra on there. You know, the bra cost us, you know, $200-300 or whatever, but you know, the car runs great, it's excellent. Probably needs an oil change. Okay, cool. We go out there, confirmed everything. We drove that car, man, that thing was mint, man, mint. When I say mint, I mean mint, outside of that bumper issue. So we bought the car and we flipped it within a week. So me and my bro, I made $1,000, man, within a week. And at that time, like I said, I was 19 years old, man. I think I was making about $15-16 an hour. So that was a whole, you know, week and a half worth of work. And all I did was go buy a car and flip it, okay? So now that's how I, at that time, started to flip cars without a car dealer's license or a car lot. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about today, all right? If you made it this far, then you about to get some gems. So today, man, if it was me coming from a car dealer's perspective, okay, somebody that's been in the game for years, I had my car lot, or my car dealer's license. I've had 2 of them. I had them for about 6 to 7 years now, okay? I no longer have my car dealer's license in Georgia. I didn't need it, all right? So, well, I did kind of need it because I wanted to make some money, but it was just too far of a travel for me moving back and forth between Georgia and Minnesota. So, back to it, man. Today, if you want to flip cars, this is what you need to do. You need to have some money, okay? You need to have a teammate, okay? You don't have to have a whole lot of people, but at least you need one person to help you on the back end, okay? Whether that's a person working for you, you know, a person that's going to go into the game with you half and half, whether that's a mechanic that's going to commit himself to helping you do the work on that vehicle, but you need some form of a team or a teammate, okay? So you gotta basically put some type of comments, you know, whenever you're doing something and you're thinking about going into business for yourself or flipping a car, you're basically, before you do it, when you plan it out, it's called a business plan. So you need a sort of business plan, okay? And I'm going off the top of my head with this, you guys. So you need that, all right? Then you need to have a little bit of money, man. Not a lot of money. You know, I would say $1,000 to $1,500. You should be able to find your first deal. You know what I mean? Your first car that needs a little bit of work. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just a good deal. You buy the car, okay? Now, when you find, how you gonna find these cars? You're gonna ask me, right? You're gonna have to find the cars by looking online, man. You're gonna have to, you know, check out your Craigslist, your Facebook Marketplace, you know, your OfferUp, your Let Go, you know, whatever, you know, online platforms that people list cars at. You want to check there, and you want to basically, you know, check that on the hour, man, every hour, and you need to find you a good deal. You need to be the first person to ring that phone to let them know, or you know, text message, instant message, whatever, that person to see if you can get out there first. And you need to have cash in hand, okay? Because people love cash, okay? So now when you get that car, okay, most of the time these cars are dirty, right? Most of these times these cars are neglected. So you need to make that car be presentable. You need to make that car you know, turn some heads in a sense, right? So, you know, I would clean it out, you know, and then you would post it, right? So you would go ahead and you know, post that car, and you know, you obviously, everything that you just search for, every place that you just search for to find the car, that's going to be the same places that you're going to post this car. And obviously you want to figure out how much money you're going to add on top of that. And I'm sorry, man, I actually skipped a step. Before you buy these cars, of course, don't you think that you should, when you're looking up these cars, that you should find a car that is a deal where you would be able to make some type of money? I'm not going to buy my first car to make $200. I want to buy me a car and I want to make me $500. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for other people, if you're flipping cars, right? If you don't want this to be your #1 source of income, or you're just looking to get some extra money, $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month. Everybody can use $2,000 a month. I can too. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's how I would start doing that. Okay, so now let's go back, man. If you're still here, then you know, comment below, let me know what you're thinking so far. But if you're still here, then you need to pay attention, because I'm gonna give you a little bit more about me. So you know, so let's go back to this, man. So after me starting to flip these cars, okay, 10 years ago, throughout the years, man, I changed careers, man. I dropped out of college, okay. I decided that I didn't want to be a CNA anymore. Okay, I went back to school. I said, oh, I want to be a, you know, I want to get my, what did I say? I want to get my master's degree. Okay, and no, I'm sorry, not my master's degree. I was going to school to get my AA degree for business administration, and then what I was going to do after that was I was going to go to, I wanted to transfer to the U of M, to Carson School of Business. And I wanted to get my bachelor's and probably pursue my master's, okay? But when I was going to college, man, I went to Century College, community college, man, in Oakdale. Or no, actually it's White Bear Lake. So I went there, man, and I remember a specific word, man, that changed my life, man. And that word was a niche, okay? Or a niche, whatever you want to call it, all right? When I saw that and I read it, and I read more into it, and I resonated with that word, man. And when I say that, I mean this. I saw that word, and it basically meant find you something that is one of a kind, that nobody else is doing, and then you basically exploit it, right? And you'll get rich, basically, right? And so I was infatuated with it, because at that point in my brain, I've learned everything I needed to learn out of this college. You know what I mean? And I dropped out, man. And I dropped out and I hit the ground running. And I put things into place. You know, I quit my CNA job. My brother got me a job doing collections. I did great at that, man. I was like the top 3 collectors at any company I've ever been. I made good money doing it, you know, and I was able to stack up some money. And luckily I got out, luckily I had a backup plan, which was my first car lot. I had started, like I said, 6-7 years ago. I just quit, not quit, I'm sorry, my job, my previous job, they lost their contract about 2 years ago, okay? Or maybe it's 3 years ago. So now I've been 100% self-employed since then, okay? And everybody in my job was freaking out. People were crying. They didn't know what to do. They were so used to making, you know, this amount of money, and they didn't know how they were going to support their family. Okay, and I had this on the backup. All right, and now we fast forward to today, man. I just kind of fast forward, didn't I? So, you know, now I'm full blown into this car game, and I'm loving it. All right. And you know, obviously throughout the time where I was, changing schools, not schools, changing, you know, majors, also, you know, working different jobs, I was flipping cars, man. And I you know what, man, let me say this, man. I remember when my dad took me to a car auction, okay? He took me to a car auction, and he bought me, I said I want to flip a car. He bought me a Chevy Tahoe, man, and I couldn't get into the auction, man. I only could sit in the lunchroom and watch him bid on my cars. And he overbid on my car, and I didn't make any money on that car, man. I think he spent like $3,000, and the truck was only worth $3,000. But I say this to say I said that to say this. When I went and got my car dealer's license, and the same security guard that was making sure that I did not go outside of that cafeteria, he looked at me and he said, "Where's your auction access card?" And I showed him, and he turned bright red, man, because he was peed off, y'all. And that was just an ultimate great feeling for me, you know what I'm saying? And I want you guys to experience that as well, man. And I'm being honest with you, man. So I hope you guys, you know, got something from that video on how to flip cars, how to sell cars before you get a car dealer's license. I hope that was a little bit more more informational than what you guys are used to. So once again, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace.